Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Gilbertson Field here in Kindred, North Dakota, where we are gearing up for a rookie doubleheader. A rookie doubleheader here on Youth Night in Kindred, North Dakota that'll feature the visitors on the scoreboard, the Kindred Kings. The Kindred Kings come into tonight's game with a 6-4 record. They are the 3 seed, and they are taking on the home team, the number 2 seed, the Kindred Vikings. The Kindred Vikings are 7-3. We're excited to be broadcasting here in Kindred 2 rookie baseball games. Once again, the first game will feature the home team, the Kindred Vikings.
The FM region. Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Sounds good. Number 9, YLE number 9. Thanks, Mark.
Yep, thank you.
Bye. Top of the second. Yep. All right, fans, I think we're back and running. We're having some internet issues, and hopefully we've got those resolved. It might not be a live broadcast, but hopefully we can get everybody back. The issues that were at hand, we did not realize until after the top of the first inning had happened. By the way, we'll get back to the game here as TJ Paul smacks a single out into left field that is going to put him on first base. So in the top half of the first inning, Cole Smith struck out. Axel Anderson flew out to center. Nice catch out in center by Easton Tretbar. And then Ethan Campbell walked, reached second on a wild pitch, got to third on a Wyatt Hendricks ball, hit to third as TJ Paul's going to take off for second right now on that wild pitch. As I was saying, it was Wyatt Hendricks who put the ball in play and reached first on an error. That brought Ethan Comer to third, and then a wild pitch brought Ethan Comer in, and the Kings have a 1-0 lead right now. Lincoln Olson struck out, and now TJ Paul stands on second because he reached on a single and then advanced a second on a wild pitch. In the bottom half of the first inning, Ryan Curran struck out. Mason Simon had a single, got to second on a pass ball, but then Case Helbling and Easton Tretbar struck out. I'll do a once through the lineup here for, first of all, the Vikings who are on defense in the top half of the second inning. It is Andrew Hyen who's up to bat. It's another pass ball that's going to bring TJ Paul to third base. And now the ball, did you see what happened there, Sam? I was putting my over through third, so he tried to throw it to third, and TJ Paul is going to head home after the errant throw. So TJ Paul with a single reached on the second on a wild pitch, got to third on a wild pitch, and then the throw went to third, and it was an errant throw, so he scored. Now Andrew Hyen stands on first after a walk. So 1 on and 1 in, as it is now 2-0 in favor of the Kings. And that ball slips out of the glove of catcher Will Erickson. So we'll do a once around the lineup here as that ball is gloved nicely by Will Erickson. Defensively for the Kindred Vikings, it is Ben Fitzpatrick on the mound and Will Erickson catching. At first base is Mason Simon, and at second base is Charlie Erickson. Third base is Ryan Curran. Shortstop is Archer Swanson. Landon Engelstead is in left, Easton Tretbar in center, and Cody Carlson in right. It is the Kindred Kings up to bat right now. Full count here for Philip Moore. Philip Moore will be followed by Gunnar Mitchell, Preston Molly, and Brantley Ernst. It is the 8, 9, 10, 11 hitters, and that's a strike right down Broadway as Fitzpatrick is going to pick up his third strikeout. And we've got one out and one on here in the top of the second. Thanks for bearing with us. We had some internet issues that we hope are squared away. And if those continue, we at least have it recorded so that you can go back and watch this. Andrew Hine going to get to second on a pass ball. Once again, Josh Almaris alongside Sam Bernier. It is the Kindred Vikings, the home team, in the field wearing white. It is the Kindred Kings up to bat. The visitors wearing blue, and it's the Kings up 2-0 here in the top of the second as Gunnar Mitchell swings and misses through that Fitzpatrick fastball. Head coach of the Kings, coaches for the Kings are Damian Anderson and Ben Hendricks. Another pass ball. Going to allow Andrew Hine to get to third. And Gunnar Mitchell bats with one out and a man on third. Coaches for the Vikings are Pat and Lindsey Erickson and Tim Curran. Time that this game started was 5:39. Strike 3 called there. So Gunnar Mitchell going to strike out. Fitzpatrick picks up his fourth strikeout, and that's going to bring up Preston Malley, the 10 hitter. Once again, the Kings are going to bat 11. It's Preston Malley right now. Where's number 14? This ball gets by Erickson, going to be a play at the plate, and he is safe. Andrew Hines slides safely into home after that wild pitch, and now it is 3-0. We'll get that scoreboard updated. There we go. It should be 3-0 in favor of the Kings. In the top of the second inning, Sawyer Hess, the umpire, cleaning off home plate before we get to our next pitch. Beautiful night here in Kindred. Once again, Ben Fitzpatrick pitching. He's struck out 4 guys, but unfortunately 3 runs have come across for him. And the Vikings, fortunate for the Kindred Kings, they lead 3-0. If they win, they earn themselves a date with the Vikes right after this. A strike called on the inside part of the plate. And it's 1-1? 1-2 here to Malley. Here's a little off speed that sails high and inside, and it's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, I talked a lot about some information in that internet outage, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. But here's a ball taken high. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Kindred Kings come into this game as the 3 seed in the regular season. The 2 seed is the white team here, the Kindred Vikings, and the 1 seed is who these teams will play. Whoever the winner is, that's the Vikes. So the Vikes are the 1 seed, the Vikings are the 2 seed, and the Kings are the 3 seed as Malley earns himself a walk and brings up Brantley Ernst, number 22, the left fielder. That tournament, the end of the season tournament, is July 17th and 18th in Lisbon. Here's a strike taken by Ernst. Brantley Ernst bats with a man on first and 2 outs. In the top of the second, he takes a ball there. So always a fun time, the rookie end of the season tournament, July 17th and 18th in Lisbon, and the Kindred teams are set rather nicely with the 1, 2, and 3 seed in that tournament. Strike 2 taken here. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brantley Ernst. Here's the 1-2, a swing and a miss, and Fitzpatrick strikes out the side. He has 5 strikeouts, But it is the Kindred Kings who lead this game going into the bottom of the second. They have 3 runs. 2 of those runs were scored in the top of the second. Those 2 runs were scored on 1 hit. There were no Viking errors and 1 man left on. After 1.5 inning of play, it is the Kindred Kings 3 and the Kindred Vikings 0.
With your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
All right, fans, welcome back into Kindred on a beautiful Thursday evening, July 9th. It's 83 degrees, feels like 84. Humidity at about 50%, but a beautiful feeling breeze of about 9 to 10 miles an hour out of the south that is having us feel fantastic. We're going to the bottom of the second. It'll be Cody Carlson, Ben Fitzpatrick, Will Erickson, and then Landon Engelstead, Archer Swanson, and Charlie Erickson. It's the 5, 6, 7 batters due here for the Vikings. It's TJ Paul on the mound. His battery mate is Axel Anderson. First base is Ethan Comer. Second base is Preston Malley. I think that there were some changes actually, so I'm going to stop there because there were. That's how the game started. This ball is put into play, and underneath the glove, going to be Cody Carlson, who reaches on that air as that ball just went right through the second baseman's legs. And that is Andrew Hyen, who is at second base right now. All right, let's take a look at this lineup here since there were some changes for the Kindred Kings. As batting right now is Ben Fitzpatrick. Here's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. So in the field right now, it looks like Cole Smith is catching, in center field, Axel Anderson is catching. First baseman is Ethan Comer. I think this is going to be the 1-1 pitch. It's inside, taken for a ball. Third base is Wyatt Hendricks. Shortstop is Lincoln Olson. TJ Paul stays on the bump. Andrew Hyen at second. Philip Moore moves to an EH. Gunnar Mitchell is going to be in right field. The left fielder is Preston Malley. And Brantley Ernst moves to become the extra hitter. TJ Paul on the mound. He's got a guy on first and nobody out. It's a strike taken on the inside part of the plate to Ben Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick wears number 24 and is doing the pitching for the Vikings. TJ Paul sets, kicks, and delivers. Here's a ball put out to play right down the middle. Hyen couldn't get a glove on it, and Cody Carlson going to head to third. Wise decision there by the center fielder to not throw that one all the way to third. He didn't have Carlson. He was hustling down, so Cole Smith makes a wise decision in getting that ball in. But Ben Fitzpatrick going to reach on that single, and it advances Cody Carlson all the way to third base. So the Vikings threatening here in the bottom of the second. It's Will Erickson, the catcher, wears number 30 up to bat with men on the corners. Nobody out here. He hits this one high. Looks like it's going to fall in shallow left, and it does. It's Fitzpatrick going to have to hustle the second, and he does so. So it's going to be an RBI single off the bat of Will Erickson. Will Erickson drives in the first run for the Vikings, and that brings the score to 3-1. So Will Erickson gives the Vikings just what the doctor ordered in an RBI single. Cody Carlson scores. Fitzpatrick goes to second. Erickson is on first, and up to bat now is Landon Engelstead. He's a left fielder who wears number 18. TJ Paul going to try to work out of a jam here Engelstead, as the 8-hitter, says, I want to keep this rally rolling for my Vikings squad. Once again, the Kindred Vikings batting. They're wearing white with the pinstripes. They're the 2 seed with a 7-3 record. Here's a strike called on the low outside part of the plate by umpire Sawyer Hess. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Archer Swanson and Charlie Erickson on deck and in the hole. TJ Paul kicks and delivers to Engelstead. This one chopped foul right over the head of Archer Swanson. Watch your lips over there, Swanson. He's not worried about it. He picks it up and throws it back to his buddy, but today enemy, TJ Paul. TJ Paul, number 40, sets and delivers. Here's a ball taken outside that should even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the bottom of the first, Ryan Curran struck out. Mason Simon did get a single and then reached second on a pass ball. Helbling and Tretbar both struck out. Here's another strikeout as Landon Engelstead going to get caught looking, and he is going to be the first out of the inning for the Vikings. It's going to be now Archer Swanson who comes to the plate. Swanson going to bat with a man on first in Erickson and on second in Fitzpatrick with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's a strike. Move the count quickly to 0-1. Catching is Axel Anderson. He's going to miss that ball, Axel Anderson does. Ball up high, but it bounces right in front of him, and runners are not able to advance. TJ Paul sets and delivers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Archer Swanson. Once again, Archer Swanson, the 9-hitter, and because of the extra hitter, Charlie Erickson, the 10-hitter, stands and waits. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes now as that ball is taken outside. TJ Paul, every out that he has earned has been a strikeout. Struck out the side in the bottom of the first, and he has a strikeout here in the bottom of the second. Vikings have been able to get a run across here. Here's a strike called once again, and it's strikeout number 5 for TJ Paul, which will bring up Charlie Erickson, the 10-hitter. Charlie Erickson wears number 16, playing second base currently. He's going to try to get his team 1 run closer than what they are right now, as the Kings in blue lead the Vikings in white 3-1. Strike taken by Charlie Erickson. Erickson with an arm tattoo in camo. Right, Sam? That's real tattoo there. Might be a sleeve, but I'm going to go with a sweet sleeve tattoo, but he swings through that one, and it's 0 balls, 2 strikes. Charlie Erickson in a hole against TJ Paul. TJ Paul sets, kicks, and delivers. This ball's chopped out in right field. It's going to be an RBI single at least, as 1 run's going to come across, and that's going to be Ben Fitzpatrick, who scores from second. Will Erickson is going to stop at second base, and Charlie Erickson checks into first with an RBI single. So some bingo, bango, bongo here by the Vikings in the bottom of the second. They have 3 hits this inning, and another run comes across to make it 3-2. Kings lead 3-2, but the threat continues for the Vikings as the leadoff man is going to hit one, and a nice play there made by first baseman Ethan Comer. Ethan Comer collects the line drive, and Ryan Curran put a good sting on that ball, but unfortunately Ethan Comer was right there to make the catch. The Kindred Vikings, however, pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 men on base. There was 1 Kindred King error, and after 2 complete, we have a close ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Kindred Kings 3 and the Kindred Vikings 2.
Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. A beautiful Thursday, July 9th, as the Kindred Kings in blue take on the Kindred Vikings in white. The Kindred Kings come to the top of the third in the following batting order. Top of the order for the Kings, it'll be Cole Smith, Axel Anderson, and Ethan Comer. Wyatt Hendricks, Lincoln Olson, and TJ Paul will round things out if it goes that far. A few defensive changes for the Kindred Vikings. Wouldn't be a good rookie night if they didn't keep us on our toes here. It'll be Archer Swanson who will be on the mound. Will Erickson at second. Will Erickson at first. Landon Engelstead at second. Third base is Mason Simon. Shortstop is Ryan Kerr. And out and left is Charlie Erickson. Center fielder is Cody Carlson. And out and right is Case Helbling. A ball taken here by Cole Smith. Cole Smith struck out in his first at-bat. Here's another ball. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes. Got a dirt biker on that bike path there, doing some wheelies with a buddy. Now they slow things down as it's safety, of course. Got the wheelie under his belt. Here's a ground ball to the third baseman, picked up and thrown, but not in time as that is Cole Smith showing off his speed. It'll be an infield single for Cole Smith. The third baseman there, unable to get that ball over quick enough. It was Mason Simon who did a good job of fielding it, but once again just couldn't get it across in time for the speedy Cole Smith. So Cole Smith on first base, nobody out. Here's a fly ball hit out to left center field, and that's going to get over the fielders. That's going to be off to the races for Axel Anderson. Axel Anderson is going to check in at second, but that's a RBI double for Axel Anderson. Cole Smith reached on an infield single. Great hustle play by Cole Smith, and off the bat, I could tell from the speed of Cole Smith that he was going to come around. So an RBI single off the bat of Axel Anderson. And the Kings are back on the scoreboard. They have 4 runs across now to the 2 of the Vikings. Now batting and almost getting hit is Ethan Comer. Comer reached on a walk in the top half of the first inning. He did score on a couple of wild pitches. So Ethan Comer, in his second time up here, he almost gets hit again there. Ethan Comer must be winking at Archer there because Archer is thrown in at him a couple times. This one's just a little bit outside, and it'll be a walk for Ethan Comer. Back-to-back walks for Comer as he reached on a walk and, like I said earlier, scored in the first. That'll bring up Wyatt Hendricks. Hendricks will bat with Comer on first and Anderson on second. Hit of the game so far has got to be Axel Anderson's double. That ball is taken low and outside. Once again, on the mound, it's Archer Swanson. He gets a swing and a miss from Wyatt Hendricks. Should even up the count here at 1 ball, 1 strike. Swanson wears number 13, moved from shortstop to pitcher. Here he gets a swing and a foul ball off of Wyatt Hendricks. The count goes to 1-2. Archer been throwing strikes. The Kindred Kings have been ready for him as Cole Smith reached on an infield single, then came around to score, and then Axel Anderson had a big double. Just a little bit outside there. Going to move the ball to one, or the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Archer Swanson sets. Here's the pitch. Ball a little bit outside, moves the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Easton doing the catching for the Vikings. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit outside, and the count apparently was full prior to that, as that's going to move the line. Hendricks is going to walk. Homer is going to go to second. Axel Anderson to third. And now it's Lincoln Olson who bats with the bases juiced here in the top of the third. He swings and misses at that one, Lincoln Olson does. TJ Paul waits in the wings here. So bases loaded, nobody out. Kings lead 4-2. Kings up to bat, wearing the royal blue jersey with Kings across the front chest. Vikings in white with pinstripes. Vikings across the chest. Swing and a foul ball. No runners can advance there. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lincoln Olson as Archer Swanson trying to pick up his first out. Ball outside. And the count should move to 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Archer Swanson gets another foul ball. This one fouled down the third base line and out of play, but Charlie Erickson says, I'll go get that. And he throws it in to the shortstop, Ryan Curran. And despite getting a ball right into play there, Sawyer Hess wants to move the game along. The rookies say, we're going to go chase that ball down anyway. Here's the pitch from Swanson, and it's a strikeout. He strikes out Lincoln Olson for the second time. Lincoln Olson strikes out for the second time. It was Fitzpatrick who got him the first time. This time it was Archer Swanson, as now TJ Paul bats with the bases loaded. Here's a ball taken high. TJ Paul last year was one of the players of the game. Mike Bernier had a great interview with TJ Paul. We'll see if he can cement his name into the player of the game record books once again today. There's a wild pitch, and Axel Anderson going to come in. Once again, Axel Anderson maybe with the hit of the game. He had a big double, an RBI double, that scored Cole Smith after Cole Smith with a good hustle infield single. TJ Paul has the count moved to 3-0. That's going to be another wild pitch and bring in another run. This one is going to be Ethan Comer. So Ethan Comer comes across, making it 6-2. Wyatt Hendricks moves to third, and TJ Paul now bats with a 3-0 count and a man on third. Here he swings on the 3-0, and it's a little ground ball. For the pitcher gets it and makes a very nice play there as Archer Swanson. Beautiful play for him to run after that and throw on to Will Erickson. Will Erickson playing first base, and it's a nifty little 1-3 put out. The runner on third did come across to score that. No, he did not. He stayed. Sorry, Wyatt Hendricks stayed at third there. So Wyatt Hendricks did not come in, and now it's Andrew Hyan left with the task of driving in Wyatt Hendricks. Archer Swanson going to do what he can to stop it, but here is a wild pitch, and Wyatt Hendricks going to score after all. Give me a ball to Andrew Hyan. 4 runs across here in the top of the third. The Vikings did get it to 4-2 before now the Kings have put on another 4 runs and increased their lead to 7-2 here in the top of the third inning. Andrew Hyan, the batter, fouls that one off the bar, the crossbar of the fence on the first base side. That'd be a bar down in hockey if you're a hockey fan. Counts for nothing here. This one, a high foul ball out of play as the youngsters chase that one down. Someone's happy, and a lot of them are not because they weren't able to get there. There's a strikeout. Andrew Hines swings and misses, and that'll end things here in the top of the third. However, the Kindred Kings get 4 runs on 2 hits. They leave nobody on base. There were no Kindred Viking errors, and after 2.5 innings of play, that was the top of the third there, right, Sam? Top of the third. After 2.5 innings of play, it's the Kindred Kings 7 and the Kindred Vikings 2. We'll see you back here in just a little while.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Rookie baseball action. It's a doubleheader here in Kindred. The winner of the Kindred Vikings and Kindred Kings will take on the Kindred Vikes following this. We're excited to be out at Gilbertson Field, beautiful Gilbertson Field, on a Thursday evening. In the bottom half of the third inning, here's how the Kindred Kings will attack defensively. On the mound will be Preston Malley. His catcher is going to be Ethan Comer. I believe that's Malley on the mound. So many changes here. There's a lot of action. You got to keep your head on a swivel in these games. Once again, his catcher is going to be Ethan Comer. First baseman is Axel Anderson. Second baseman is Philip Moore. Third baseman is Andrew Hyen, and at shortstop is going to be Cole Smith. Just like that, that's a strikeout there. Mason Simon up to bat. He's going to strike out. Case Helbling going to be up to bat, and then Easton Tretbar going to follow him. Case Helbling wears number 34. Out in the outfield for the Kings, as this is a ball taken inside from left to right, is Gunnar Mitchell, Wyatt Hendricks, and Brantley Ernst. 2 balls now to Case Helbling. Once again, Easton Tretbar on deck and Cody Carlson in the hole. Vikings have their work cut out for them here as they're down 7-2. Swing there by Helbling, and that'll move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe. I got to check with Sawyer. No scoreboard tonight, so that's throwing me off for a little bit. 3-1, is that what that said, Sam? 3-1? 3-1 here to Case Helbling. Case Helbling takes a strike on the inside corner, and the count going to go to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As once again, Preston Malley, in his first inning of action. Helbling going to draw the walk there, and he's going to head on down to first base. Easton Tretbar wears number 20. He's up to bat next. So Helbling on first. Malley throws a pitch a little bit high and outside. As Malley begins his motion, this is going to be a fly ball right in front of us. Is it going to stay fair? The answer is no. It's just slightly foul, maybe by, just a couple of inches. Easton Tretbar, if that ball falls, is certainly going to see Helbling get to more than likely third and possibly coming around to score. but unable to place it in the right spot. Next pitch is taken for a ball as Tretbar jumps out of the way for that one. Here's the pitch from Malley. Here's another ball hit out into the gap. That's going to get by the outfielders, and we'll see how far Helbling can get. Oh, he only gets to second there, so Helbling gets to second on a nice Easton Tretbar single. Nice shot there by Tretbar. Very nice shot there by Easton Tretbar. And out in the field, here's another fly ball. This fly is going to be in the infield, and it's caught by the second baseman as Cody Carlson was up to bat. So it's going to be an F4 there. Cody Carlson going to be retired. It's going to bring up Ben Fitzpatrick. That was second baseman Philip Moore with a nice catch. And out in the outfield, by the way, that was Ernst and Hendricks, who did a great job of retrieving the ball. This one's not going to be retrieved, and that's going to get way over the center fielder's head. This is going to start the merry-go-round. 1 run's going to be in, 2 runs coming in. Will it be 3? We shall see. Runner's going to be sent home and then stopped as the catcher does a good job of knocking that one down, and that's a 2 RBI triple off the bat of Ben Fitzpatrick. So a big 2 RBI triple off the bat of Ben Fitzpatrick well into the outfield. He wanted to come home, rounded third hard, but wisely decided to stop at third, and now it's up to Will Erickson to drive him in. So 2 more runs come across for the Vikings, and it's a 7-4 affair here in Kindred. Boy, the Vikings would love to get 1 more run here and make this 7-5. This ball blocked beautifully by the catcher, Comer, as if he does not block that, it's Fitzpatrick who's excited to score. Beautiful hit there, fair ball off the bat of Will Erickson, and that's easily going to score Fitzpatrick. That goes all the way to the corner, and Will Erickson going to be going to third, and he's going to be sent home. Do we got an in-the-park home run? We do. Will Erickson with a line shot down right field, and Will Erickson with an in-the-park home run. Boy, he tattooed that ball right down the right field line, all the way down the line, and he adds 2 runs. The horn is going off. The railroad station knew that that was an exciting hit, and this ball going to be put into play by Landon Engelstad. Landon Engelstad keeps the hitting barrage going for the Kindred Vikings. It's back-to-back-to-back hits for the Vikings. A triple by Fitzpatrick, an in-the-park home run by Will Erickson, and a single by Landon Engelstad. And the Vikings have climbed back to within 1. It's 7-6. Lots of action here as Landon Engelstad is again batting here against Preston Mawley. Bottom of the 3rd inning. There's a ball taken high. 2 balls, no strikes. Landon Engelstad on first. Archer Swanson up to bat. And Charlie Erickson in the hole. 3 balls, no strikes to Archer Swanson. Here's a swing, a foul ball. Moves the count to 3 ball, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Preston Mawley doing a good job of throwing strikes. Strike 2 here. Count's going to run full. But these Kindred Vikings, their bats have been on display here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Full count, runner on first in Engelstad. Ball taken inside, and the rally continues for the Vikings. So the walk brings Swanson to first, Engelstad to second, and Charlie Erickson up to bat. Charlie did have an RBI single in the bottom of the 2nd. He puts this one up the middle. Is it going to get through? It does not. Great play at shortstop by Cole Smith. Cole Smith fields that nicely. It's going to be a fielder's choice as he steps on second to retire Archer Swanson on the 6U putout. But the Kindred Vikings put the bats together and they pick up 4 runs, making this a 1-run game. It's 7-6 in favor of the Kings as we move to the top of the 4th. Come on back.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey fans, welcome back in as we're going to go through some of the defensive changes for the Kindred Vikings. Before we get to that, the Kindred Kings are going to send Philip Moore, Gunnar Mitchell, and Preston Malley to the plate. It's their 8, 9, 10 hitters. On the mound is Ryan Curran. His catcher is going to be Mason Simon. At first base is Ben Fitzpatrick. Second base is Archer Swanson. Shortstop Charlie Erickson. And third base is Easton Tretbar. Out in left field is Landon Engelstead. Center field is Cody Carlson. And in right field is Case Helbling. The Kindred Vikings have, I don't think they've evened up this game. It's 7-2, so I got to fix that score there. It's 7-6. Kings lead the Vikings 7-6 here. First pitch comes across for Ryan, who's on the mound. Ryan Curran, and he is facing Philip Moore. Philip Moore up to bat against Ryan Curran. Here's the pitch from Curran. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike to Philip Moore. Curran wears number 23. He sets, kicks, and delivers. Then it's just a fake one. Here he's going to now do it for real. Little Johnny Cueto up there as he wanted to fake out the batter, and it ended up being a ball. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Here, Curran looks in again. He kicks and delivers. Here's the 3-1 taken high, and it's going to be a leadoff walk for Philip Moore. So Philip Moore, where's number 4? He struck out in the second inning, but he reaches on a walk here in the 4th. And right at it is Curran as he delivers a ball inside to now the new batter, Gunnar Mitchell. Gunnar Mitchell wears number 12. Bats with a nice big left elbow pad. And that ball is going to go to the backstop. It's a a wild pitch, and Philip Moore going to check in at second base. So Moore goes to second. And Ryan Curran finds a strike there, moving the count to, I believe, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Curran not locating overly well here, as I believe he's only thrown 1 strike this inning. The count now 3-1 as the wild pitch going to move Moore to third base. So Gunnar Mitchell bats with a 3-1 count. Curran hoping to find a strike here. Curran sets, kicks and delivers. Here's a swing and a miss, gets by the catcher. Going to be a pass ball, and the run comes across safely. Philip Moore reached on a walk and went through the bases on a couple of wild pitches and then a pass ball. It's going to make the score 8-6. 3-1 count here. Ball 4 taken, and Gunnar Mitchell going to reach on that walk. So back-to-back walks for the Kings, and Moore and Mitchell brings up Malley. The M&M brothers all coming to the plate here. They're, of course, not brothers. Preston Malley swings and misses through that. But we're going to call them brothers in baseball today. The M&M brothers batting for the Kings. Here's the pitch. It's a ball taken high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moore in. Mitchell on first. Malley at the plate. Brantley Ernst waits on deck. Malley did walk in the second. Here he bats in the 4th. It's a 5-inning affair here. Strike taken, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And once again, a rookie doubleheader little Kindred Pride tournament here, we'll call it. Swing and a miss by Malley. It's out number one as the three rookie teams playing in a little mini tournament. It's the Kindred Kings in blue come in as the 3 seed. The Vikings in white, the 2 seed. And the winner will play the Vikes, who are the 1 seed. Standing on first is Gunnar Mitchell. At the plate, Brantley Ernst. Struck out in the second. Pitching. Oh, here's a ball put into play, and a nice job by Ryan Curran as he throws nicely on to first base. So Brantley Ernst goes up at a high pitch. He was excited to hit. But Ryan Curran with a real nice play, fielding that and then throwing it on to his buddy, Ben Fitzpatrick. In the process, Gunnar Mitchell moves on to second. And now it's the leadoff man, number 19, Cole Smith, who bats. Here's a ball that is in the dirt and gets by the catcher. It's a wild pitch, going to advance Mitchell on to third. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Once again, that's Mason Simon behind the plate, having to work hard. Here's a high fly ball to the right fielder. The right fielder cannot make the catch. That ball is going to get by him, and a run is going to score as Cole Smith is going to reach on that error, and in to score is Gunnar Mitchell. So Gunnar Mitchell, well, there's a hard hit ball out to left center field that gets by the left fielder, and Axel Anderson with a big hit. That's going to score easily Cole Smith. Boy, Cole Smith can run as he can score. He could probably win around the bases a couple times with the speed that he has. Axel Anderson going to pick up an RBI double on a beautiful swing out to left field. That's going to make this score 10-6. Nice hit there by Axel Anderson. Beautiful double for him, and that brings up Ethan Comer. Comer has walked in both of his previous at-bats, and he scored in both of those at-bats. 10-6 here. Strike taken by Ethan Comer. No balls, 2 strikes to Comer with 2 outs and a man on second base. 10-6. Kings lead the Vikings. Here's the 0-2. Here's a chopper up the middle. Shortstop gets it. That's Erickson, and Erickson can't get it across the diamond in time as, once again, there's a speedy runner on the paths. This time it's Ethan Comer. Infield single for Comer. Anderson goes to third. Runners at the corner. Ethan Comer at first, Axel Anderson at third, and now Wyatt Hendricks, number 13, up to bat. This ball gets by Simon. And pitcher's not covering there. So Anderson scores with ease. Comer goes to second. And it'll be 11-6. Runner on second with Hendricks up to bat. He swings and chops this to the right side. Nobody covering first. And the runner at third is going to start walking to home and decides not to go. Comer goes to third, and Hendricks going to reach on an infield single. Fitzpatrick went after that ball. Even with Swanson at second, they were hoping the pitcher would cover. However, Fitzpatrick probably should have recognized that was the second baseman's ball and stayed on first. In any event, the way it lands is Comer's on third, Hendricks on first, Olsen up to bat. This ball is going to get by Simon, another run across, and it's now going to be 12-6 as Comer comes in and Hendricks goes to second. 5 runs across here. The Kindred Vikings have gotten close, but then the Kindred Kings answer right back. Here's a ball that goes again by Simon, and Hendricks going to move on to third. So Ryan Curran hoping to put an end to this inning as 5 runs have come across for the Kindred Kings. The Kindred Kings want to keep this going. Lincoln Olsen bats with Hendricks on third. Here's a ball chopped fair down the third base line. It's going to be at least a single. Left fielder fields it, then bobbles it around, and taking advantage of that is Lincoln Olsen, who's going to get an RBI. We'll call that an RBI single. left fielder kind of booted that ball around a little bit, and had he picked it up right away, I don't think Olson would have gotten to second. So Hendricks comes across, making it 13-6 in favor of the Kindred Kings. There's going to be a pitching change. We're going to step away for about 30 seconds. When we come back, we'll talk about who's in to pitch for the Kindred Vikings.
Prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up to our on the mound is Charlie Erickson, and batting is TJ Paul. Moving to third there is Lincoln Olson. So a pitching change that puts Charlie Erickson on the mound. He faces TJ Paul. TJ Paul swung and missed at the first one. Here's another pitch inside, gets away from Simon, and a run going to come across to score here, making it 14-6 in favor of the Kings. Charlie Erickson on the bump for the Kindred Vikings. And again, he faces TJ Paul. Lots of baseball action in the area here today. Again, just about 100 feet away, it's the Babe Ruth. This ball taken outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Kindred Babe Ruth team playing for the 1 seed, currently leading the Blackstockings 6-0. So they're off to a great start here this evening. That ball's fouled back, going to move the count to 2-2. The Kindred Junior Legion team in Castleton, leading Castleton's Junior Legion team 3-1. The A Legion team, here's a hard hit ball to the shortstop hole, and it gets by the left fielder. TJ Paul going to try to get to second base. Nice throw by the center fielder, and they got a play on Paul. Paul stands in the nick of time, and it's going to be a double by TJ Paul. A hard double off the bat of TJ Paul. Nice play out in center, and we're right after it, as rookies would be. This ball gets by the shortstop, and TJ Paul going to get to third, as that is Andrew Hyen, who's going to reach on the air. And now coming to the plate is Philip Moore. This is his second time batting this inning. Philip Moore led things off with a walk. So this is the 12th batter of the inning for the Kings. Ball gets by the catcher, Simon, and Hyen going to go to second. So Hyen on second, Paul on third, and Philip Moore is up to bat. Philip Moore wears number 4. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second, but then reached on a walk and scored in the 4th. 12th batter of the inning here. And once again, it's Philip Moore. There's 2 outs. Charlie Erickson trying to get this last out. The Kindred Kings have been putting the ball in play. And swinging the bats rather well. Once again, the Kindred Kings came into this game 6-4. Here's a swing and a miss by Philip Moore, and that moves the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. The Kings lead 14-6. And that ball is taken outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Counts full. Counts full here as Yeriksen's facing Moore. Ball high and in. And Moore walks for the second time this inning, bringing up Gunnar Mitchell. Gunnar Mitchell also walked this inning. He also scored. And he bats this time with the bases loaded. He thought about it, decided otherwise, and it's a called strike by the umpire Sawyer Hess. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Mitchell. This ball gets by the catcher, and in comes TJ Paul. There will be a play at the plate, but Paul slides in safely, and TJ Paul adds run number 15 for the Kings. Big inning for the Kings here, as they've scored 8 runs. It was an 8-6 game. It was a 7-6 game going into this inning. And now 8 runs across. This one's going to get by the catcher. And Andrew Hyan thought about it, but then decided otherwise. And he's going to stay on third. So Andrew Hyan on third, Philip Moore on second, Gunnar Mitchell up to bat. The next game was scheduled for 7 o'clock. I don't think we're going to hit that deadline, as this game is now 1 hour, swing and a miss there. 1 hour and 12 minutes old. Started at 5:39. Here's a strike, and it's a called strike. Strike number 3 to Mitchell, and that'll end things here in the top of the fourth. However, we'll keep the story short here. The Kindred Kings pick up 8 runs in the top of the fourth inning and extend their lead to 15-6, as the Kindred Vikings are going to come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. We'll see in about a minute.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Coming to the plate for the Kindred Vikings will be the top of the order, Ryan Curran, Mason Simon, and Case Helbling, 1, 2, 3 batters. And some defensive changes just to keep us on our toes here for the Kindred Kings. Pitching will once again be, Lincoln Olson on the bump for the Kings. So Lincoln Olson going to be the pitcher. Catcher will remain Comer. At first base, TJ Paul. Second base, Preston Malley. And third base is Andrew Hyan. The shortstop should be Axel Anderson. Glasses go flying off here. TJ Paul needs his glasses at first. Out in the outfield is going to be Gunnar Mitchell in left. Wyatt Hendricks in center, and in right field will now be Philip Moore. Once again, it's leadoff man Ryan Curran, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Curran. There's a ball taken down, and it's now going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, Lincoln Olson on the mound, and he works with a 15-6 lead here. Ball 3 in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike to leadoff man Ryan Curran. Curran wears number 23. He'll be followed by Mason Simon. He hits this one high and foul on the left field line. Falls harmlessly in between the third baseman and left fielder. That was Andrew Hyen chasing it at third base as the left fielder Gunnar Mitchell came in to try and make a play as well. Put my head down there, Sam. Strikeout? Strikeout by, Cole Smith gonna end up, excuse me, I'm way off here. That was Ryan Curran who strikes out, and right after that, Mason Simon gonna get a single over to the right side. So Mason Simon picks up his second single of the game. He singled in the first and singled here just now again. He is 2 for 3 on the day. So Mason Simon on for the second time, and that'll bring up number 34, Case Helbling. Helbling walked and scored in the third. And once again, he faces Lincoln Olson. 1 out, 1 on here. A ball. Going to move the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Case Helbling versus Olson on the 1-1. Here's a strike. Strike 3. Yeah, I thought that was strike 2. I thought it was 1-1. I'm not always getting the count right here. 1-1. Helbling thought it was strike 3. It was only strike 2, and it's 1-2. That's a ball taken high and out. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Case Helbling as Simon stands on first base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Olson gets Helbling on strikes. It'll be the second out, and the second strikeout for Lincoln Olson. Lincoln Olson coming in and doing exactly what you want him to do if you're a Kindred King fan. After his team just put 8 runs up on the board, he is attacking the zone. Mason Simon got the better of him on that single, but otherwise he has done a very nice job of throwing strikes. This one, not a good example of that as it goes to the backstop, and Simon going to go to second on that wild pitch. Easton Tretbar singled in the third and struck out in the first. He's 1 for 2. He did score a run. He bats now. And the count going to go 3 balls, no strikes. Tretbar up to bat. Carlson on deck. Ben Fitzpatrick in the hole. Strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. To Tretbar. Easton Tretbar swings and slaps that one down the right side. It's going to score at least 1, and Tretbar going to be off for second base. He hits the base and falls down, and unfortunately going to be a single for him, but Mason Simon going to score. So Tretbar rounds first and hits the base, so it's a hard single for him, but an RBI single, and that's going to bring up Cole Carlson. Nice hit there by Tretbar, scoring Mason Simon and bringing up Cody Carlson here with 2 outs. That makes the score 15-7. Here is the pitch. Fouled off. Doesn't work. Cody Carlson up to bat. He reached on an error in the second and flew out to second in the third. And he bats with Tretbar on first after a nifty hit. Strike 3 called by the umpire Sawyer Hess, and that'll end things here in the bottom of the 4th inning. However, the Kindred Vikings do pick up 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on base. There were no Kindred King errors. And after 4 complete, it reads Kings 15, Vikings 7.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, fans, welcome back in your live event. Josh Amaris alongside Sam Bernier as we are doing a rookie doubleheader here in Kindred. Coming up to bat for the Kindred Kings will be Preston Malley, Brantley Ernst, and Cole Smith. It's the 10, 11, and 1 hitters. And position-wise, some changes for the Kindred Vikings. It'll be Easton Tretbar on the mound, Charlie Erickson behind the plate. At first base, that should be Cody Carlson. Yep, second base is Landon Engelstead, and third base is Ben Fitzpatrick. The shortstop will be Archer Swanson. Out in left field will be Ryan Curran. In center, Will Erickson, and out in right is Case Helbling. So once again, some changes for the Kindred Vikings. And batting against Easton Tretbar is once again Preston Malley. Preston walked in the second and struck out in the fourth. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kindred Kings lead this game 15-7. Snowballs, one strike. One ball, one strike. And here's a ball taken down and maybe a little bit out. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. We just got a report over at the Babe Ruth game. Not only did the Vikings beat Castleton, that's taken as a ball, 3-1. Sawyer Olson on the bump for the Vikings pitched a phenomenal shutout game. It was a no-hitter, ladies and gentlemen, a no-hitter from Sawyer Olson. What a great job Sawyer Olson must have done. Strikeout there as Tretbar pump strikes and got Malley to go down. It's 1 up and 1 down as Sawyer Olson unofficially throws a no-hitter to not only win the big game, but also give his Kindred Viking Babe Ruth team the 1 seed going into the District 7 tournament. So some exciting times for Coach Nicholas Eggman and his crew. 1 ball, no strikes here. That game, by the way, was on your live event. It was Mike and Wendy Bernier calling that one. And a phenomenal job there by Sawyer Olson. 7 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs. He struck out 4. So great defense by his crew. Only walked 2 and kept his pitch count to 94. He threw 58 strikes in that outing. What a great job by Sawyer Olson picking up the win for his squad and throwing a no-hitter. Here's the 3-2, and it's strike 3 as Brantley Ernst is caught window shopping. And that's 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. It'll bring up the leadoff man, the speedster, Cole Smith. Cole Smith has reached twice. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out in the first, singled and scored in the third, and reached on an error in the fourth as he hit a ball out to right field. Here he swings and misses, moving the count to 1-1. 15-7. The Kings leading the Vikings. There's a strike taken. It's going to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I believe that was a strike. Charlie Erickson, the catcher, needs to make some adjustments behind the plate there. I'm waiting for Sawyer to put up the 2-2. We'll see if he does, as Erickson continues to get himself ready. Well, we think it's a 2-2. Here's a ball that's hit out to the outfield. Center fielder comes in and makes a diving catch. What a beautiful catch out in center field there by Will Erickson. So Will Erickson comes in and makes a fantastic catch out in center. And it's the first time of the evening we can say it was 3 up and 3 down. No runs scored by the Kings. Nobody left on base. No errors. And after 4.5 innings of play, the Kings continue to lead the Vikings 15-7. Come on back for the final half frame.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Kindred Gilbertson Field on a beautiful Thursday evening. Game time start was 5:39. We're almost an hour and a half into this, as it is 7:07. So an hour and 58 minutes. Coming to the plate for the Vikings will be Ben Fitzpatrick, Will Erickson, and Landon Engelstead. Ben Fitzpatrick takes a swings and misses at that first pitch. Ben Fitzpatrick 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored in this game. Here's a fly ball out into the, almost hit the outhouse, but hit the shingles on the Pretty Blue Shed here. And there's a race. Chairs almost taken down, and there's a whole befuddle of youngsters going after this. Ben Fitzpatrick wants to help them out and give them another one out here as the pine trees take that. Now it's under a golf cart. We had on the shingles, we had under a chair and under a golf cart. Kids are happy. Some walk away a little bit disappointed, and Ben Fitzpatrick swings and misses there. All kinds of action going here as it's a strikeout and 1 up and 1 down. Defensively for the Kings on the mound is Lincoln Olson, his battery mate. Here's a ball put to first base, and it's an easy 3U put out. Will Erickson put that one down the line. Once again, the last time he did that, it was in the park home run. But this time, it was first baseman TJ Paul able to field it and step on first base. Here's a swing and a miss by Landon Engelstead. At second base is Brantley Ernst. Third base is Ethan Comer. Shortstop, as this ball is put into play, and could the play be made? No, it falls. Third baseman can't get it. It'll be an infield single for Landon Engelstead. So that was the third baseman, Ethan Comer, coming after it and diving, but not able to make the play. Axel Anderson at short tried to get there as well, but couldn't get there. Out in the outfield for this inning, in left field is Andrew Hyen. In center field is Cole Smith, and right field is Gunnar Mitchell. Batting now is Archer Swanson. It's a ball taken, 1-0 to him as he bats with Engelstead on first. Here's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Kindred Vikings down to their final out here. The winner will play the Vikes. We'll take a short break and get things squared away before we come back on the air on this stream. That's going to get by the catcher, and Engelstead going to go to second base. So we will broadcast the Vikes taking on the winner of this game about 15 minutes after the completion of this, as this ball's taken inside by Archer Swanson, draws the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls and 1 strike as Charlie Erickson waits on deck. Here's a swing and a miss by Archer Swanson. Swanson 0 for 1. He struck out in the second, walked in the third. He now bats with 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 taken by Archer Swanson, and that'll be a wrap on this ball game as the Kindred Kings are going to come out victorious. The Kings win this one by a score of 15-7. The Kindred Kings are victorious. Once again, they win 15-7. We're going to step away for just a little while. We're going to try to get at least one quick interview in here today, and we'll talk about our awards. We've got our Precision Ag Play of the Game, our Halstead Telephone Company Connection of the Game, and the Enbridge Player of the Game. Come on back in about 2 minutes, and we'll take you through all those happenings.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Hey fans, welcome back. We're going to do a quick wrap on this. We're hoping to get an interview as well. Let's honor a couple of awards. First, the Precision Play of the Game, sponsored by Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Ag is located in Hillsborough. You can call them at 701-436-2119 or visit them on planterdoc.com. The Precision Play of the Game is going to be the play of the Kindred Kings, specifically in the top half of the fourth inning. In the bottom of the third, the Vikings got it within 1, but in the top of the fourth, the Kings score 8 runs on 5 hits. They had hits from Axel Anderson, Ethan Comer, Wyatt Hendricks, Lincoln Olson, and TJ Paul. They really kind of put this game out of reach when the game was getting quite close. So congratulations to really the entire Kindred Kings lineup, as we're going to name them the Precision Play of the Game, specifically their play in the top of the fourth when it was a 1-run game and they scored 8 runs. They batted 13 people in that inning, and really that was the deciding factor in this game. So the Precision Play of the Game is going to be the play of the Kindred Kings in the top of the fourth. The connection of the game sponsored by Halstead Telephone Company. It's how to connect. Go to halsteadtel.com. Discover local reliability you can trust at Halstead Telephone. Again, the connection of the game sponsored by Halstead Telephone Company. Going to go to the Kindred Vikings Will Erickson. His in-the-park home run in the bottom of the third was a big home run that put his team within 1 run. That was a big hit. We're going to call that the connection of the game. And a little bit of an honorable mention, Will Erickson made a phenomenal catch out in center field as well. So Will Erickson going to get the connection of the game. Reminder, the Precision Play of the Game was the follow-up play of the Kindred Kings that answered right after that with 8 runs. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we're going to honor our Enbridge Player of the Game. Spoiler alert, we have an interview coming with him in 30 seconds. We'll see you back in 30 with our Enbridge Player of the Game.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey fans, welcome in. That's Axel Anderson that you're looking at right there. He is our Enbridge Player of the Game. Axel, congratulations on Player of the Game. How much fun did you have here tonight playing baseball at Gilbertson Field?
A lot, even in the heat.
It was very hot, wasn't it? It was a fun time, though. Your team was victorious. How much fun was it to beat your fellow Kindred Viking friends and today enemies?
Pretty fun.
Today, Axel, you hit the ball really, really good. You hit the ball hard every time you were up to the plate. Why were you seeing the ball so well when you were hitting?
It was just pretty slower than the first, slower than Ben. It was just easier to hit.
Do you work on your hitting a lot, Axel?
Not really.
I appreciate your honesty. You were smoking the ball. You hit the weights a couple times a week, or what's your secret there?
Just strength and speed.
Okay, strength and speed has got you muscled up, and you had a couple doubles. Were you excited about picking up the victory?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you excited about the challenge to take on the #1 team, the Vikes?
Yeah.
What can we expect in this next game, Axel?
Just the same.
Just the same. You're going to pound the ball and hit it hard.
Yep.
You got any reps of push-ups you're going to put in between games here?
Nope.
What flavor gum are you chewing?
Sour green apple.
Tastes good?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You want to give any special shout-outs to anybody out in the crowd or who might be watching from across the nation and world?
I don't know.
No shouts?
No.
Mom?
Oh, yeah. Mom? I don't know.
Okay, sounds good, Axel. Best of luck as you guys move into the next game, and congratulations on being named Enbridge Player of the Game. That's Axel Anderson, everybody. We'll come back with an official wrap in about a minute.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Axel Anderson. Once again, he is the Enbridge Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge is energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Congratulations once again to Axel Anderson. His offensive prowess was fantastic. He was 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, couple RBIs, couple runs scored, and his out that he made was a high fly ball out to center field. So once again, congratulations to Axel Anderson. He is the Enbridge Player of the Game. Congratulations to Will Erickson. He had the connection of the game on the park home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning that put his team within 1. Will Erickson on that in the park home run scored himself, and I believe it was Ben Fitzpatrick at 3rd at the time. So a 2 RBI in the park home run. That was answered, however, by the precision play of the game. That play of the game was the play of the Kindred Kings in the bottom of the fourth. They immediately responded with an 8-run bottom of the fourth, collecting 5 hits. And in essence, that was the decider in this game. We're going to step away for just a little bit, but don't you go anywhere, because our next game is going to feature the number 3 seed, the Kindred Kings, taking on the number 1 seed, the Kindred Vikes. Come on back and we'll have more baseball action for you in about, we'll say, 10-ish minutes.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to Kindred, North Dakota, as we are gearing up for the back half of our doubleheader. Rookie night here in Kindred, a beautiful Thursday evening, and on the field right now are the next two teams, and one of them is a familiar team, as the Kindred Kings were just victorious. You saw it just minutes ago. Kings beat the Vikings 15-7, and the Kindred Kings now have moved to a 7-4 record. They will be the visitors once again on the scoreboard, and they'll take on the Kindred Vikes. Let's take a look quick at the Kindred Vikes defensively and how they're going to attack things here in the first inning. Cameron Mitchell is on the mound for the Vikes. His catcher is Turner Westby. At first base is Lane Busho. At second base, Liam Lindsay. Third base, Brody Polotsky. Shortstop is going to be Cam Cooper, and out in the outfield will be in left field in the top of the first, Huddy Gibbon. Here's a fly ball hit to the pitcher, and just like that, we're off and running as the pitcher, Cameron Mitchell, catches that one, and it's immediately an F1 putout. That was Cole Smith batting. Again, out in the outfield, left field is Huddy Gibbon. Center field is Nolan Johnson, and right field Ledger Todd. Here's another ball put in play, this right at the second baseman, and that is Liam Lindsay. So it's a F1, and we'll call it an F4 by Axel Anderson. The batting order for the Kings is Cole Smith and Axel Anderson. They have been up and out just like that. And now it's Ethan Comer. He'll be followed by Wyatt Hendricks, Lincoln Olson, TJ Paul, Andrew Hyen, Philip Moore, Gunnar Mitchell, Preston Malley, and Brantley Ernst. 2 balls now fired as our scoreboard is unoperated right now, and Ethan Comer, I believe, has a 2-0 count. And it is, again, Cameron Mitchell up on the mound. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Ethan Comer. Here's the pitch. Ball taken high. Again, it's a rookie doubleheader night here in Kindred, and if you missed it earlier, all kinds of action throughout the baseball world. The A-Legion defeated Wahpeton in Wahpeton at 11 a.m. this morning. The Kindred Babe Ruth picked up a no-hitter performance from Sawyer Olson and nailed down the 1 seed in a big win about 100 feet from us here at Gilbertson Field. Comer walks, by the way. Legion B in action at Castleton as well. They were leading 3-0. We'll do an update on that in a second. It's Wyatt Hendricks who hits now. Wyatt Hendricks batting with a man on first in Comer. And here's the pitch. This ball hit slapped to the left side, and it is a foul ball, just barely foul. It was the Junior Legion that picked up a win as well. They beat Castleton 3-1, so a lot of Viking victories here today in the baseball world, which is exciting for whichever team I think you're rooting for, whether it be the Kindred Vikes or the Kindred Kings in this one. A swing and a miss and a ball high. And that moves the count, I believe, to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's a swing and a miss. A clean inning here for the Kindred Vikes, as there are no hits, no runs, 1 man left on base, and no Vikes errors after 1/2 inning of play. It's the Kindred Kings 0 and the Kindred Vikes coming to bat.
to tune-ups and battery replacement. There's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. By the way, opening pitch here was at 7:28 p.m. 7:28 was the opening pitch of the second game. Defensively for the Kindred Kings, they'll have on the mound Axel Anderson. He was the Enbridge player of the game in the previous game. His battery mate is Wyatt Hendricks. At first base is going to be Ethan Comer. Second base is Preston Malley, and TJ Paul plays third. The shortstop is Lincoln Olson, and out in the outfield, left field is Brantley Ernst. Center field is Cole Smith, and in right field is Philip Moore. Here's a pitch taken for a ball. Or did he swing at that? No, he swung at it. I was screened there, as it is now 0 balls, 2 strikes to Cameron Mitchell. Now it's 1-2. The Vikes will send Cameron Mitchell, Nolan Johnson, Turner Westby, then Huddy Gibbon, Charlie Safe, and Cam Cooper, and then Lane Busho, Liam Lindsay, Brody Polotsky, and the 10-hitter Ledger Todd to the plate. Here's the 1-2 taken inside. It'll move the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vikes are coached by Shane Johnson, Andy Westby, and Jace Mitchell. Once again, the Kings are coached by Damian Anderson and Ben Hendricks. Another ball here, going to move the count full to Cameron Mitchell. Started 0-2, now 3 balls in a row, and it's 3-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 taken, and Cameron Mitchell going to go down looking. Nice pitch there by, again, Axel Anderson, the current player of the game from the last game. Here's a high fly ball hit out to center field, and a dandy catch in center by the center fielder, Cole Smith. Cole Smith, both speedy on the bases and a fine outfielder, as he proves right there. Nolan Johnson, if that ball would have gotten by him, would have been digging for at least 2. So 2 up, 2 down here, and that'll bring to the plate Turner Westby, who takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Turner Westby. And here's the pitch from Anderson. Here's a ball hit to the shortstop, gets under his glove, and Turner Westby going to get to first base. And I'll bring up Huddy Gibbon. So 2 up, 2 down, and then Turner Westby puts one in play and is able to get on. Anderson quickly puts this ball into play, and TJ Paul throws over to second, and he is safe at second base. So Turner Westby going to get into second safe, and Huddy Gibbon going to reach first base. That'll bring up Charles Safe. Charles puts that into play. 3 balls put into play quickly, and here Axel Anderson throws to first, and it's an out at first. So it's going to be a 1-3 putout. And after the bottom half of the first inning, the Kindred Vikes are going to register no runs on no hits. There was 1 Kings error and 2 men left on base after 1 inning of play. It is the Kindred Kings 0 and the Kindred Vikes the same.
Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back in as we go to the second inning. The Kindred Kings will send to the plate Lincoln Olson, TJ Paul, and Andrew High in. It's the 5, 6, 7 hitters. If the line continues, it'll be Philip Moore, Gunnar Mitchell, Preston Malley, and Brantley Ernst. And defensively for the Vikes, still on the mound is Cameron Mitchell. Catching is Charles Safe. At first base is Liam Lindsay. Second base is Nolan Johnson. And third base is Ledger Todd. The shortstop will be Turner Westby. Out in left field will be Lane Busho. Center fielder is Cam Cooper, and out in right field is Brody Pulatsky. Here's the first pitch from Cameron Mitchell, and it's a ball upstairs to Cam Cooper. Cam Cooper wears number 22 on the top of the second inning here in beautiful Kindred. Here's a ball hit out deep to center field, and making that one look easy out in center was Cam Cooper. So Cam Cooper gets Lincoln Olson and retires him on the F8. Hope I said that right. Lincoln Olson was the one that was up to bat, and he hit the ball hard, but right at Cam Cooper, and Cam Cooper made a nice catch out in center field. Now batting is T.J. Paul. He wears number 40 and takes ball number 2, so it's 2 balls, no strikes here to T.J. Paul. 1 up, 1 down for the pitcher Cameron Mitchell. And it's now 3 balls, no strikes. First game of the evening saw this Kindred Kings, the team in blue, defeat the Kindred Vikings 15-7. It was 8-7 going into the fourth in favor of the Kings, but a 7-6 maybe, and an 8-run inning. It was 7-6, and an 8-run fourth was the deciding factor as T.J. Paul, he walks, and that'll bring up Andrew Hyen. So the Kindred Kings in their second game, they wear blue, and the Kindred Vikes coming in off of the bye. They're in gray jerseys with blue sleeves. A hard hit ball. Is this a double play? Could it be? Yes, it is. A beautiful 4-6-3 double play. Wow, what a great job. Nolan Johnson fielded a hard one hopper and did a nice little feed to his shortstop. Shortstop came across, Turner Westby, and threw a strike over to Liam Lindsay, and that is a 4-6-3. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't see that a lot in rookie baseball. So a 4-6-3 double play, fantastically executed, and the Kindred Kings are retired. They get no runs on no hits, leave nobody on base, and after 1 1/2 inning of play, it remains 0-0.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Keep your car moving along with the
Hey fans, welcome back. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, it's going to be some, again, defensive changes for the Kindred Kings. Still on the mound is Axel Anderson. Doing the catching is Wyatt Hendricks. Playing first base will be Ethan Comer. Second base is Andrew Hyen, and third base will continue to be TJ Paul. Shortstop will stay Lincoln Olson. Out in left field will be Preston Malley. Right field, Gunnar Mitchell, and in center field is Cole Smith. Here's a strike called as the batting order for the Vikes will be Cam Cooper, Lane Busho, and Liam Lindsay. It is their 6, 7, and 8 guys. Here is Cam Cooper, who wears number 22. On an 0-2 count, takes a ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, Axel Anderson continues to be on the mound. And here's a ball hit out to right field, and the right fielder makes a nice catch. Beautiful catch out in right field by, I believe that was Gunnar Mitchell, out and right. And always fun to see the ball put in play and plays made when they are presented to the fielders. Very clean, good baseball so far by both teams. You just saw a beautiful 4-6-3 double play by the Vikes. This ball is going to be taken as a ball. This pitch is going to be taken as a ball. 1 out. Lane Busho bats, number 31. Nice play once again out in right field there by Gunnar Mitchell, number 12. Swing and a miss there. Draws the count to 1-1. Lane Busho got his hack in, but came up empty. Be a 1-1 pitch. Here he swings and misses again, and the count will move to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not much downtime in these rookie games, boy. These guys get the ball and go. You can't put your head down for very long. There's a strike 3 called, and Lane Busho going to be the second out of the inning as Axel Anderson picks up his second strikeout. That'll bring up Liam Lindsay, the 8-hitter. Brody Polotsky and Ledger Todd wait on deck and in the hole. Liam Lindsay wears number 25. Takes a ball. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. This game started at 7:28. Scheduled for right around 7. The first game took a little longer than expected. 15-8, of course. 15-7, excuse me. Take a little bit longer to put 22 runs across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Liam Lindsay. He takes a ball high there. It's 2-1. Kindred Vikes once again are 8-2. They are the number 1 team going into the league tournament, which again is coming up soon here. Here's I believe that was a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 17th and 18th of July at Lisbon is the end of the season tourney, and Kindred very proud to have the 1, 2, and 3 seeds. The 1 seed on the field now is the Kindred Vikes. When we talk seeds, by the way, that's what we're talking, their regular season standings. 2-out walk from Liam Lindsay brings up Brody Polotsky. It's going to be a ball. But the seeds going into the tournament see the team that's batting in the Kindred Vikes as the number 1, and the team that's in the field, the Kindred Kings, as the number 3. This ball gets by the catcher, and Liam Lindsay's going to head on over to second base. So Lindsay on second and Brody Polotsky up to bat. Here's the 2-0. Strike taken as Polotsky bailed. but it was called a strike by Sawyer Hess. Here's the 2-1. Now the count is even at 2-2. Brody Pulatsky up to bat here. He is the 9 hitter. Bats with a man on second and Liam Lindsay. Thought about going, but he did not. Good block there by the catcher Wyatt Hendricks. That block kept Liam Lindsay at second base. Axel Anderson looks in and begins the full windup. Throws a ball in the dirt. Again, a nice block, but Pulatsky going to reach on the 2-out walk. So back-to-back outs of Cooper and Busho and a nice catch in right and a strikeout are followed by back-to-back walks. Lindsay and Pulatsky walk, and that brings up Ledger Todd, who swings and misses there. It'll be 0-1. Ledger Todd wanted to drive these guys in. It'll be the first runs of the game for whoever gets them. That's a foul. I thought that was a foul ball. It was not. It was a swing and a miss, and it went to the backstop. So now 2 runners in scoring position as Liam Lindsay goes to third and Brody Pulatsky goes to second. Ledger Todd, the 10 hitter, takes a ball there. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Axel Anderson begins his pitch. Nice block once again, boy. The catcher doing a great job keeping the ball in front of him. That's Wyatt Hendricks. Saving runs for his team by not allowing that ball to go to the backstop. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and an even bigger block because the next pitch is a strike. So the threat is ended with a strikeout. Axel Anderson picks up his 3rd strikeout, and after 2 complete, the score remains 0-0.
Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to eliteautomotivecenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on a beautiful Thursday evening. Actually, it's absolutely gorgeous right now in Kindred, and just fantastic night for baseball. Most nights are nice for baseball, but this one is especially beautiful, and it's a welcome, beautiful evening because supposedly what I heard this morning is sweltering heat going to come across the eastern part of North Dakota, temperatures in the 90s and high humidity. So this evening of beautiful weather is fantastic. In the top of the 3rd inning, it'll be the Kings who bring Philip Moore, Gunnar Mitchell, and Preston Malley to the plate. That is the 8, 9, 10 hitters. Brantley Ernst is the 4th scheduled hitter for this inning, and he bats 11. In the field for the Vikes, now pitching is Nolan Johnson. He wears number 20. His catcher is Huddy Gibbon. At first base is Cam Cooper, and here's the first pitch. It is a strike taken. Second base is Brody Pulatsky, and third base is Charles Safe. Shortstop, Turner Westby, and out in the outfield is Cameron Mitchell. Here's a pitch taken for strike number 2. Then Lane Busho, and then Ledger Todd. That's left to right. So Mitchell in left, Busho in center, and Ledger Todd in right. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's taken high. Once again, it's Philip Moore who is up to bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Philip Moore. Nolan Johnson pitching. That ball goes to the backstop. It's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes, evening up the count for Philip Moore. Once again, Gunnar Mitchell, then Preston Malley. 0-0 as we go to the third inning. Rookie baseball, 11 and 12-year-olds duking it out here. Bunch of Kindred kids battling for victories and bragging rights, as these have no league implications. Full count here. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Philip Moore is out number one for the Kindred Vikes. It'll be a strikeout for pitcher Nolan Johnson, and then I'll bring up Gunnar Mitchell. Once again, no league standing implications, just a fun night of exhibition play, a little mini Kindred tournament. This would be the little mini Kindred tournament here at Gilbertson Field, championship game, if you will. Kindred Vikes versus Kindred Kings. Here's a foul ball off the head of catcher Huddy Gibbon. Huddy unfazed by that, goes back, picks up the ball, looks to see if the ball was damaged off that dandy helmet he has, and it was all good. So here we go and play on. Gunnar Mitchell takes a strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Nolan Johnson, as a pitcher, doing a great job of pumping strikes here, just like Sawyer Olson did in that no-hit affair versus Castleton over at the Big Diamond. There's a lot of fantastic memories to be had on the baseball field. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off right out here behind us near the porta potties. But I would have to say a favorite memory of Sawyer Olson for many years to come will be no-hitting his rival Castleton for the 1 seed in the Babe Ruth District 7 tournament. A little bit, oh, what a great play there by the first baseman, Cam Cooper. Cam Cooper wanted to go for it, decided not, then went for it, and great cover by Nolan Johnson. That's great baseball. Boy, this Kindred Vikes team is throwing on a defensive gem of a game here. Highlight reel after highlight reel. What a play there from Nolan Johnson, covering the base after Cam Cooper went to that ball and threw a strike to Nolan Johnson, picking up the second out. Great work by those two youngsters as Preston Malley now bats. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs in the top of the third. Boy, we saw Nolan Johnson, Turner Westby, Liam Westby, or Lindsay 4-6-3 double play, and now we just saw a phenomenal Cam Cooper to Nolan Johnson 3-1 put out. 2 fantastic defensive plays as Preston Malley has a 1-2 count. That hit him in the shoulder. And in Legion rules, you can't rub it, right, Sam? You can't rub it, or you hear from your teammates about it, but we'll let the rookies get off with rubbing that as Preston Malley is in pain. Those do not feel good. And Preston Malley toughing that one out at first base. He's still holding that shoulder, trying to get that pain to subside here. And now he's going to head off to second as the ball gets by Gibbon, and he slides in safely. So Preston Malley on second base. Nothing makes getting hit by the pitch feel better than touching home plate afterwards. So we'll see if Preston Malley can do that. Preston Malley, oh, I thought he was taking off for third. He's just having a little fun with Huddy Gibbon back there. And he's going to stay at second as Brantley Ernst up to bat now with a 2-0 count. He swings and misses at that. It'll draw the count to 2-1. Brantley Ernst wears number 22. Batting with a man on second. And a 2-1 count. Falls that one back. Brantley Ernst could give his team the first run of the game if he gets a single here. Cole Smith waiting in the wings. He's on deck. He's the leadoff man. Strike 3, and Brantley Ernst going to get caught looking, and that's going to end things here in the top of the third. The Kindred Kings get no runs on no hits. They leave 1 man on base, and there were no Vikes errors. After 2 1/2 inning of play, it continues to be the Kindred Kings 0 and the Kindred Vikes 0. Come on back in about 60 seconds for the bottom of the third.
In Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. It's the Kindred Vikes coming to bat in the bottom of the third. Cameron Mitchell, Nolan Johnson, and Turner Westby, the scheduled batters. It's 1-2-3 for the Kindred Vikes. And as you would expect, Kindred rookies got to keep me on my toes, and there's a whole bunch of defensive changes on the mound for the Kindred Kings. Continues to be Axel Anderson. I believe his catcher will remain Wyatt Hendricks, as Wyatt Hendricks is just coming out right now. First base is Ethan Comer. Second base, Philip Moore. And third base, Andrew Hyen. Shortstop is going to be Cole Smith. As here's the 0-1 swing and a miss, moves the count to 0-2 to Cameron Mitchell. And then out in the outfield and left field, it'll be Gunnar Mitchell, center field, Lincoln Olson, and right field, Brantley Hearns. This ball put into play and fielded by Anderson. He throws on in time to his first baseman, Ethan Comer, and it'll be a quick 1-3 put out. So Cameron Mitchell going to be retired, and that brings up Nolan Johnson. Nolan Johnson flew out to center. Nice catch out in center. I believe it was Cam Cooper who caught that one in center earlier in this game. No, it was Cole Smith. Cam Cooper wouldn't make sense because he's on this team. So it was a nice catch out in center in the beginning of the game by the center fielder Cole Smith. Did I miss something there? It says 2 outs. Oh, there's a strikeout to start off. Cam Mitchell struck out, is that right? First batter struck out, and then it was the 1-3 put out of Nolan Johnson. Yes, Turner Westby now the batter. Is that correct? Turner Westby coming up to the plate? What's our delay here, Sam? Okay, we got a new pitcher. Good call. Okay, all right. See, you put your head down in this game and all kinds of things change up. We got a pitcher, first base, swap. All right, so now on the mound is going to be Comer. Comer moving to the mound. That's Ethan Comer from first base, and Axel Anderson going to go to first base. So it's a first pitch swap. Once again, Axel Anderson going to be done, and Ethan Comer coming into the game. It's Turner Westby who's up to bat, and he takes a ball high. Turner Westby reached on the first, on an air. He bats with nobody on here in the bottom of the third in a 0-0 game with 2 outs. Comer throws a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here. As we play ball at Gilbertson Field. Beautiful park here with the trees all aligning beautifully here. Scoreboard out in center. Park out in left field. Got some glove issues with the catcher. Kids rolling around on the bike path. Small town living here at its best in Kindred. 2 balls, 1 strike. Baseball in a beautiful area. Lots of people around enjoying some fun baseball action. 11 and 12-year-olds on display here tonight in a rookie doubleheader on your live event. Josh Omeris alongside Sam Bernier. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Comer to Westby. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2. Westby does not agree with that call. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. What's the green, yellow, and pink bat going to do with this pitch? Swing and chop it down to third base. Third baseman fields high in and throws to Anderson. But Westby not only has a beautiful bat, he can run with that bat as well. We'll call it an infield single. So Westby's on with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Huddy Gibbon. Huddy Gibbon batting with a man on first. Huddy Gibbon reached first in the first, and now bats in the third with Turner Westby on first. Here's the pitch from Comer. Here's a fly ball in the infield. Second baseman and first baseman go to it, but cannot make the play. Westby going to trot into third, and it's going to be a single for Huddy Gibbon. So back-to-back singles by the Vikes, and this is a big threat here for the Kindred Vikes. It's going to be Charles safe. He put the ball in play, but grounded out to the pitcher in the first. He bats with first and third here. Swings and misses. Ball gets away. There's going to be a play at the plate, and Turner Westby slides in safely. Boy, that was a fantastic read by Turner Westby. The ball did not get very far away from the catcher there, but Turner Westby turned on the jets, and he headed home before Wyatt Hendricks could pick it up and throw it back to Comer. So a nice heads-up play by Westby as he scores the first run in this game. Charlie safe, takes that one outside, and it's 1-1 to Mr. Charles. He bats with a man on second. First run across here. We better put that on the board there. The Vikes take the lead 1-0, and the ball goes to the backstop, bringing Huddy Gibbon on to third. So it looked like a good, clean inning for the Kings, 2 up, 2 down. After back-to-back walks, has turned to be in favor of the Vikes. The Vikes had back-to-back hits. Turner Westby ended up coming all the way around, and it is now 1-0, Vikes lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs, and Charles safe swings through that pitch, and it's the end of the threat here on that strikeout. However, the Vikes pick up 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on base. There were no Kings errors, and after 3 complete, we have a new score. It reads Kindred Kings 0, Kindred Vikes 1.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred as we move to the top half of the 4th inning. The Kindred Vikes hit the field, and coming up to bat for the Kings will be the top of the order, Cole Smith, Axel Anderson, and Ethan Comer. It's the 1-2-3 guys for the Kings. Beautiful night here in Kindred, 79 beautiful degrees ahead of what's supposed to be a sweltering hot weekend. A lot of baseball action in Kindred this weekend as the Kindred is a host site for a Legion baseball team tournament that'll feature 15 teams from across a tri-state area. 5 teams playing in Kindred starting at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. 9:30 a.m., noon, 2:30, 5:30, 2:30, 5, and 7:30 are the games tomorrow and Saturday. If you're looking for some Legion baseball action, come on out to the ballpark. Hillsborough, Central Valley, Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, the Kindred Vikings, Thief River Falls, and Fargo Post 2 will all be in action here. 10 games Friday and Saturday, and then 2 or 3 here on Sunday. It's a 3-site tourney that should be a lot of fun. Once again, up to bat for the Kindred Kings is Cole Smith. He's the leadoff man, and in the 4th inning, pitching is Huddy Gibbon. Huddy Gibbon gets a foul ball there, evening up the count to 1-1. His catcher is Nolan Johnson. At first base is Turner Westby. Second base is Lane Busho, and third base is Ledger Todd. Here's the 1-1. Chopped foul. It'll move the count to 1-2. Shortstop is Charles Safe. And then the outfield from left to right, Liam Lindsay, Cam Cooper, and Brody Pulatsky. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Cole Smith going to go down on strikes. That'll bring up Axel Anderson. Good baseball game here in Kindred as the defense has really been spot on. A lot of great defensive plays, and pitchers doing a good job of pumping strikes. It's Axel Anderson who bats now. He takes a ball. It's 1 ball, 0 strikes. Huddy Gibbon throws a ball high, 2-0 now. Huddy versus Axel. Huddy Gibbon looks in, sets, and delivers. Ball high, 3-0 now to Axel Anderson. The Kings have had 3 base runners, 1 an inning. Now they have their 4th as Axel Anderson draws a 4-pitch, 1-out walk. That'll bring up the 3-hitter, Ethan Comer. Only the 3rd walk issued by the Kindred Vikes. Again, one of those was Comer. Another was Axel Anderson. Comer bats now. Anderson's on first. And that was a strike taken by Comer. Wyatt Hendricks waits on deck. Here's the set, the kick, and the delivery. Ball nicely stopped, but great jump once again by Anderson at first, and that ball's thrown out to center. However, Axel Anderson stays at second base. Oh, now it's thrown away, and safe at third is Axel Anderson. So I put my head down for a second. That ball must have been thrown into the pitcher. It goes to the third base dugout. I was marking Anderson at second when the ball got thrown in, and alertly, Axel Anderson heads on over to third base. So Comer with a chance to drive in the tying run, and he does it right up the middle. A hard line drive. We like to call that a diamond cutter. And Axel Anderson cuts the diamond with an RBI single, evening up the score here at 1. So a big 1-out single off the bat of Ethan Comer to even up this game at 1 apiece. Ball gets by the catcher, and again, it'll be an advancement by a base runner. This time it's Ethan Comer who gets a second base. Huddy on the mound, pitching to Nolan Johnson, the catcher, and the batter is Wyatt Hendricks, who takes that for ball 2. 2-0. So Huddy looking to limit the damage here to just 1 run. He throws a strike there. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Wyatt Hendricks. Lincoln Olson waits on deck. Here's the pitch, ball high, and the runner takes off for third. It did not get by the catcher, and Ethan Comer trying to be a bit too aggressive. A very good job there by the catcher, Nolan Johnson, catching that and then throwing it successfully on to third baseman Ledger Todd, and Ledger Todd puts the tag down So it's a 2-5 put out for the second out. And now Huddy Gibbon just one strike away from getting out of this jam. He does not, though. He walks Wyatt Hendricks on that 3-2 pitch. So it'll be a 2-out walk for Wyatt Hendricks with Lincoln Olson coming to the plate. Lincoln Olson had a hard hit ball out to center field earlier. And this one gets by Hendricks. So Wyatt Hendricks gets to second because the ball gets by Nolan Johnson. I was saying Lincoln Olson had a hard hit ball out to center, but Cam Cooper made a dandy catch out in center field to catch that. He now works a 2-0. This one hit into the trees, and it falls onto the bike path. With a player and a fan hustling over to it. I believe the player won. And I believe that player was Preston Malley. 3 balls, 1 strike with Hendricks on second. And it'll now be first and second as Lincoln Olson going to reach on a walk. So 3 walks given up here by Huddy Gibbon. It'll be Olson on first, Hendricks on second, and T.J. Paul up to bat in a big moment in this game. T.J. Paul with a chance to give his team the lead. Strike called by umpire Sawyer Hess. And it's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice block once again. And they get the guy on first in a rundown, and he slides under it safely. So the ball beat Lincoln Olson at second base, but the tag was not applied. And now an even bigger moment for T.J. Paul. A great job there of Nolan Johnson throwing on to first base Turner Westby. But the tag was not able to be applied, and the threat continues. T.J. Paul now bats with 2 balls, 1 strike, runners in scoring position on a 1-1 game. Here's a ball hit hard at the second base. It goes right through his legs, and that's going to go all the way by the right fielder. 2 runs are in. T.J. Paul checks into second, and it's going to be 2 runs across here for the Kindred Kings. So T.J. Paul hit that ball hard, and it got through the legs of the second baseman, scoring Olson and Hendricks. And the Kings have taken the lead here, 3-1. Andrew Hyen now bats. He fell victim to the beautiful 4-6-3 Nolan Johnson, Turner Westby, Liam Lindsay double play. Back in the second, he swings and misses there. He's behind 0-2. T.J. Paul hit that ball hard, scoring 2 runs. That's the difference in this game right now. He takes off for second base now, and T.J. Paul will check in at second with Henry Hyen up to bat. Philip Moore is on deck, and Gunnar Mitchell in the hole. Huddy Gibbon trying to stop it, and he's able to do so with that strikeout. He gets Andrew Hyen swinging, but the Kindred Kings do put 3 runs across. They put those 3 runs across on just 1 hit. There was 1 Vikes error and 1 man left on base. We have a new score as we go to the bottom of the 4th. We got to enter that score. My bad there, Sammy. There we go. We got Kings 3 and the Kindred Vikes 1. So Kindred Kings 3, Kindred Vikes 1. We'll be back in about 60 seconds.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
All right, fans, welcome back as we move to the bottom of the fourth. The Kindred Kings will continue to have Cole Smith at shortstop. Axel Anderson has now moved to catcher. Ethan Comer stays on the mound. In center field will continue to be Lincoln Olson. First baseman is now TJ Paul. Third base continues to be Andrew Hine. Out and right is Philip Moore. Left field is Gunnar Mitchell. Second base is Preston Malley. Then coming to the plate for the Kindred Vikes will be 6, 7, 8, Cam Cooper, Lane Busho, and Liam Lindsay. The Kings took their first lead. Here we got a high fly ball. Sam, you on that sucker? You can't run away from it. You got to protect us. What are you doing, man? All right, just giving you a hard time. He counted on the umbrella. He didn't want to make any jumping save there as it was a fly ball in foul territory. Sam looked like there was a tiger chasing him. He ran for the heavens and didn't want anything to do with that lazy fly ball. I'm only kidding, of course. Cam Cooper then fouls this one off, and it's 0-2 to Cam Cooper. Cooper made a phenomenal play at first base earlier in this game. Let's see if he can get to first base. He takes that for a ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lane Busho on deck. Liam Lindsay in the hole. Vikes trailing 3-1. They need to get their leadoff man on. It's a ball taken low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cam Cooper. Cam Cooper wears the same number as my partner here, Sam Bernier, 22. He chops this one to the right side, and it gets through for a single. Cam Cooper. It gets by the right fielder as well, and now Cam Cooper's going to head for third. Cam Cooper all the way to third, and he's going to check in safely at third. Oh, that ball gets by, and Cam Cooper going to go for it. Here's the play at the plate, and Cam Cooper is in. He is pumped up. He's jacked up. He's ready to go as he ends up turning that single into a run. So it's a single, and we'll call it just a couple errors. I don't know exactly where to assess the errors. I don't think anybody, quite frankly, cares either, as Cam Cooper gets a single and he ends up scoring. Heads up running by Cam Cooper, and we got ourselves a 1-run ball game as the Vikes push across that run. Really a good at-bat there by Cam Cooper. He was aggressive. He wanted to hit. He stayed true to his zone, and he ended up getting a hard single and coming across. Love the energy that he put out there as well. Let's see what Lane Busho does to follow that up. Busho swings and misses with the colorful bat. It's 0 balls and 2 strikes. Liam Lindsay, Brody Pulatsky, and Ledger Todd are next in line. Swing and a foul ball. Getting peppered here. This ball's going to come under the table. Nope, not quite. Right just shy of the brick out front and our makeshift protector, keeping everything safe except for the camera. 1 ball, 2 strikes now as that ball's taken low and outside to Lane Busho, number 31. 3-2 here in Kindred in the 4th inning. Here's a ball hit to the shortstop, fielded nicely, and a beautiful play by the shortstop on that 6-3 putout here in the 4th inning. That was Cole Smith. That was Cole Smith who fielded that and threw that on over to TJ Paul. And that's a 6-3 putout. I think our volume just got messed up there. Is that what you hit there? Check, check. We'll play around with it for a little bit. Once again, it's Liam Lindsay who's up to bat. Liam Lindsay hitting here now with a 3-2, trailing 3-2. He takes a ball there, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a strike taken. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Liam Lindsay Where's number 25? He's the 8 batter. He walked in the second. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cam Cooper led this off with a single that he turned into a double. Or I shouldn't say turned into a double. He got to second, then got to third, and then got home on a couple of throwing errors by the Kings, putting this game within 1 for the Vikes. A strike taken there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 4th inning. We play 5 innings in rookie ball. There's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brody Pulatsky. Ledger Todd waits on deck. Here's the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Comer does a nice job on the mound. Ethan Comer gets a strikeout there. It's his 3rd strikeout of the game, and that'll end things here in the 4th. However, the Kindred Vikes do get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave nobody on base, and after 4 complete, it's the Kindred Kings 3 and the Kindred Vikes 2.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the final inning here, the top of the 5th inning in Kindred in our final part of the doubleheader. Rookie night, 11 and 12-year-olds taking on each other. The 3 rookie Kindred teams duking it out here in the top half of the 5th inning. The Kindred Kings will send to the plate their 8, 9, 10 hitters, Philip Moore, Gunnar Mitchell, and Preston Malley. And defensively, the pitcher will remain Huddy. Nope, that is not. Oh, yeah, that is Huddy Gibbon, who's on. No, that is not Huddy Gibbon. That's Turner Westby, who's on the mound. So Turner Westby going to take the mound here. And I believe catching will remain Nolan Johnson. At first base should be, we got all kinds of, that's Huddy Gibbon there. Cam Cooper at second. Here's a pitch taken for a strike. Over at shortstop. We are in the top of the 5th inning, yes? Yep, we are. We'll continue to work on those defensive changes. This ball's going to hit Philip Moore, and he's going to reach on a hit by pitch. So it's a leadoff hit by pitch for Philip Moore and the Kindred Kings. They once again lead 3-2. They scored all 3 of their runs in the 4th. The Vikes scored 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. So it was zeros across the board. The Vikes put 1 across in the top of, the bottom of the 3rd. Then in the top of the 4th, the Kings answered with 3. The bottom of the 4th, Cam Cooper and the Vikes answered. It's 3-2. Here in the top of the 5th, the Kings are threatening as Moore is on second and Gunnar Mitchell is up to bat with a 2-1 count now. This ball thrown over the pitcher Westby's head. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike as this one hits the backstop, and Philip Moore going to head on over to third base. Cam Mitchell at third base. I think that's where I left off. Shortstop is Lane Busho. This ball gets by the catcher. Oh, excuse me, it was a foul ball. That's what I say. I try to figure out who's playing where and get the scoring right, and you can't put your head down for very long at these games. These guys like to get the ball and go. Here's a ball taken high. It's a 3-2 ball, so that's a freebie to Gunnar Mitchell, and it's a walk. Bringing up the 10-hitter Preston Malley. It'll be Mitchell on first, Moore on third, and it's Preston Malley who takes a strike. 0-1. Westby throws that one in the dirt. Great stop by the catcher. I believe that's Nolan Johnson behind the plate. And a run-saving stop there. Another one there as that one's low. Is it? I think it's 2-0, but the scoreboard says 1-1. We'll see. This ball's put in play. So is it 1-2 or 2-1? Scoreboard says 1-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, yeah. First, the foul ball. Here's the 2-2 count pitch. Swan gets to the backstop, and coming home is Philip Moore. Philip Moore is going to be out at the plate, so a great defensive play there by Nolan Johnson, hustling back. Turner Westby covers home, and it's going to be a 2-1 putout, and a big putout because that would have increased the Kings' lead to 2 runs. As it is, it's the first out, and following that, it's a strikeout. So Turner Westby builds off that momentum, that 2-1 putout, and picks up the strikeout of Preston Malley. So 2 quick outs there brings up Ernst. Brantley Ernst, the 11 hitter, bats with a man on second and Mitchell. He takes a ball. Cole Smith, the leadoff man, waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Ball. 2 balls. No strikes. 2 outs. This game just ticking at 1 hour right now. Here's the ball in the dirt, but stopped. And Nolan Johnson does a good job of keeping that ball in front of him. Here's the 3-0. Ball. And it is a 4-pitch walk to Brantley Ernst. Brantley Ernst will be on first. Mitchell on second. Cole Smith comes to the plate. Cole Smith, a speedy lefty. If he puts this ball in play, he's a tough out. Here's Westby's delivery. Strike. Gets by Nolan Johnson, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Sawyer Hess calls time to go do a little bit of cleaning. Sweeping that plate off real good. 3-2 game here in Kindred as Cole Smith bats. This ball put in play, and wow, that is a beautiful play by Cam Cooper. I am very impressed by the play of that young Cam Cooper. If he does not make that play, that scores a run, and he saves the day potentially with that fielder choice 4U putout of Brantley Ernst off the bat of Cole Smith. The Kindred Kings end up with no runs in that inning, and we go to the bottom of the 5th where we are holding out for a hero. Who's the hero going to be? Is it going to be a King or is it going to be a Vike? We go to the final frame with the Kings leading 3-2 over the Vikes.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Hey fans, welcome in as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning in what could be a very exciting ending. The Vikes have their final 3 outs. It's Ledger Todd who starts things off. He's the 10 hitter. He swings and misses at that first pitch. He'll be followed by the 1-2 hitters, Cam Mitchell and Nolan Johnson. As pitching right now, strike 2 is Ethan Comer. 0 balls, 2 strikes to Ledger Todd, and Ethan Comer up on the bump here for his squad. It's good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Ethan throws big-time strikes and picks up a big first out there, striking out Ledger Todd. So Ethan Comer doing a great job on the mound right now. Now batting is Cameron Mitchell, and Cameron Mitchell swings and misses at that. The Vikes need 1 run to keep this going, 2 to win it. The Kings need 2 outs to win this game. It's a swing and a miss, and it is quickly 0-2 to Mitchell. Cam Mitchell facing Comer. Here's the 0-2, and same thing on repeat. Deja vu, 3 quick strikes to Mitchell. Now it's Nolan Johnson to save the game for the Vikes. It's the final out for the Vikes. Strike called, and Nolan Johnson down 0-1. Ethan Comer, the man on the mound right now. Ethan Comer looks in, kicks, and delivers. Strike 2. And Comer has now got Nolan Johnson and the Vikes down to their final strike. It's 0 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. What a job by one Ethan Comer. Ethan Comer, 9 straight strikes to shut the door, and that'll end things here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ethan Comer, what a job he did in the bottom of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down to earn his team, the Kindred Kings, a 3-2 victory. What a win by the Kindred Kings. Don't go anywhere. You got to come on back. We're going to have some awards we're going to give away. We're going to honor our Enbridge Player of the Game. We're going to name that Enbridge Player of the Game in just a little while, so don't leave without finding out who that is. We have our Precision Ag Play of the Game, and we have our Halstead Telephone Company Connection of the Game. Don't go anywhere, as we'll also work to get a couple of interviews for you as well. Come on back. We'll try to get all that squared away here in the next about 2 or 3 minutes.
Commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back. I'm going to do a quick run through of the awards, and we're going to have an interview shortly after that. I'm going to make it short and sweet. It's the Ethan Comer show. He's going to get everything. He's going to get the Enbridge Player of the Game. He had a phenomenal game. He got on base both the times he was up. He had an RBI. He was 1 for 1 with a walk. He pitched phenomenal at the end. He's going to get the connection of the game. In the top of the 4th, he had a single and an RBI that got his team on the board, and after that, they scored another 2 runs. So he was a big spark for the Kings, and he had the precision play of the game, the immaculate inning, the 9-pitch KKK strikeout inning that shut the door and really proved to be incredibly powerful and shutting down the Vikes, not even giving them a sniff of a comeback. So congratulations to Ethan Comer. He is going to win the Enbridge Player of the Game, the HTC Connection of the Game, and the Agassi Precision Ag Play of the Game. And I'll make you guess. We're going to have an interview in just a little bit. I wonder who it could be. You'll have to come back and find out.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Hey fans, welcome back. You're looking at the sweep of all the awards. Ethan Comer, he is the hero of the game for the Kindred Kings. Ethan, you had a fun night today. First of all, congratulations. How much fun did you have playing baseball out at Gilbertson Field against your rivals?
We had a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun to play against kids that we know and that we go to school with, just from Kindred here, so it was a lot of fun.
We call this a little exhibition tournament leading into your league tournament. Was it a good night getting to play all the Kindred boys?
Yeah, it was really fun because there's like some trash talk here and there because we all know each other.
You got any good trash talk you want to share on the air, or is that just going to be?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, this is a good, clean family operation. We don't want to dirty the airways here. So you had a real nice night, Ethan. You had a big hit in the top of the fourth that sparked the offense for your team. We gave that the Precision Ag play of the game. And then, that was the connection of the game. And then we gave the play of the game your immaculate inning. Do you know what an immaculate inning is?
Yeah.
What's an immaculate inning?
When just strikes and strike out 3, 9 pitches.
Yep, strike out 3 guys in 9 pitches. Have you ever done anything like that before?
No.
No, that was phenomenal. What do you think was more exciting on your behalf? Was it getting the big hit in the top of the fourth that was the RBI and got your team going, or was it shutting the door and pitching on the mound the immaculate inning in the bottom of the fifth?
Definitely pitching the inning because it just shut the door like you said, and it's what won us the game.
Have you ever been more dialed in than what you were just there?
Maybe a couple times I was close, but not that much.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question. So do you know Sawyer Olson? Sawyer Olson, do you know him at all? It doesn't matter. Sawyer Olson pitched for our Babe Ruth team today, just right over there today, and he pitched against Castleton. He threw a no-hitter against Castleton that earned the Babe Ruth the number 1 seed in the tournament. What would you rather throw, a no-hitter, or would you rather throw an immaculate inning?
Probably a no-hitter.
Yeah, especially in those terms, right? That'd be pretty fun and exciting. You guys had a phenomenal night, Ethan. How excited are you for the league tournament in Lisbon coming up?
Really excited. It'll be fun to go and play more baseball.
Any final thoughts or any shout-outs you want to give, Ethan, to anybody who might be listening around the state or the country or the world?
Shout out my team.
All right, good. Yeah, you guys had a great night. You went 2-0 on the night. A big congratulations to Ethan Comer. Thanks for coming on and doing an interview. We appreciate you coming out here. We'll step away and we'll do one final wrap. Congrats, Ethan Comer.
Thank you.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the rookie night. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm going to do one quick more wrap on our awards, and then we'll send you on your way, but we'll do a quick post-game report. Want to thank, again, Enbridge for sponsoring the player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge is energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. The Enbridge player of the game was Ethan Comer. Sparked the offense and did a phenomenal job on the mound, including the immaculate bottom of the fifth inning that he registered. Want to congratulate Ethan Comer. He had the connection of the game, sponsored by Halstead Telephone Company. Go to halsteadtel.com. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. That connection of the game was Ethan Comer in the top of the fourth. He had a man on, and he smoked a ball out into the outfield. It was an RBI single, scoring Axel Anderson, getting his team on the board. And right after that, Wyatt Hendricks and Lincoln Olson soon scored later in that inning. And congratulations to Ethan Comer. He had the precision play of the game, sponsored by Agassi Precision Ag. Agassi Precision Ag is located in Hillsboro, but you can call them at 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. They are your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Ag. We rarely do a clean sweep, but you cannot not give a immaculate inning an award. So the immaculate bottom of the fifth from Ethan Comer, 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 outs, is going to win the precision play of the game. I do want to mention some honorable mentions, specifically on the Vikes. There were 2 phenomenal plays that could have been in the running for the play of the game. It was a 4-6-3 double play that was phenomenally executed in the second inning, the top of the second inning. Nolan Johnson took a hot shot at second, fielded it beautifully, turned it to Turner Westby. What a great name for a shortstop, turning a double play. Nolan to Turner to Liam Lindsay on the 4-6-3 double play. Cam Cooper also had a phenomenal play at first base, followed by Nolan Johnson and his awareness on the mound. Cam Cooper moved to his right, fielded the ball beautifully as the first baseman, and Nolan Johnson, recognizing that, came across and covered first, and those two paired up for a fantastic play, one that was no doubt a consideration for play of the game. And then I'll mention again Cam Cooper, certainly a consideration for Enbridge player of the game, as he had a beautiful hit in the fourth, hard hit ball, and took advantage of a couple mistakes that the Kings had made, getting himself all the way around. Initially, I thought that would be enough to spark his team into a comeback, but again, it was Ethan Comer who shut the door and kept things in the hands of the Kindred Kings. So congratulations to the Kindred Kings on their 2-0 night. And best wishes, of course, to the Kindred Vikes and Kindred Vikings as they kick off their postseason trail. It was a fun night here at Gilbertson Field in Kindred. Beautiful evening. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage. If you did, be sure to thank all of our sponsors. Once again, Enbridge, a key sponsor, Halstead Telephone Company, another one, and so is Agassi Precision Ag. You could see the other sponsors roll across here as well. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the likes of those sponsors. So please feel free to patronize and thank those businesses for providing this great service to our kids and to our families. Once again, if you're looking for more baseball action, you only have to wait about 12 hours, as at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, the Essentia Baseball Tournament, Legion A Baseball Tournament in Kindred kicks off. 9:30 a.m. There will be 5 games right on over at the main diamond, 9:30, and then it'll be noon, 2:35, and 7:30. 5 games on Friday, 5 games on Saturday, and then 2 or 3 on Sunday. So stop on out and check out that Legion A baseball action. Congratulations to all the youngsters involved in baseball tonight. And again, best of wishes as they enter their tournament. Again, a special congratulations to our players of the game in Ethan Comer, and in the previous one it was Axel Anderson. Congratulations one more time to Sawyer Olson as he pitched a no-hitter in that Babe Ruth baseball game. You can watch that game on your live event with Mike Bernier and Wendy Bernier. Congratulations to Nick Eggman, Mason Almaris, and the Babe Ruth crew as they lock up the 1 seed going into their District 7 Babe Ruth baseball tournament. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. My name is Josh Almaris. Hopefully everybody has a great night, and we'll maybe see you at the Ball Diamond tomorrow or Saturday.